Sudden inheritance of a complete legal practice follows an attorney's murder, transferring all active cases, including a high-profile double homicide trial. Concerns surface about readiness and reputation as judicial oversight scrutinizes qualifications for taking on such responsibility. Questions arise regarding preparation for immediate representation. When practice transfer attempts begin at jail facilities, confrontations erupt with prosecutors questioning authority and credentials. As these challenges unfold, arrangements proceed for courtroom appearances, while professional relationships complicate the transition into active representation. Preparations accelerate under mounting time pressure. Initial meetings with clients reveal shocking developments in murder cases, requiring immediate strategic decisions about media exposure and police cooperation. While establishing trust through discussions of inherited legal responsibility, personal dynamics with opposing counsel surface alongside case complexities. Trial preparation intensifies with deadline looming. Family responsibilities intersect with professional obligations as dinner conversations shift between personal relationships and urgent case development needs. Meanwhile, cooperation begins with investigators examining murder scene evidence, stolen laptops, and potential connections between attorney killing and pending trial. Strategic courtroom tactics demonstrate creative problem-solving skills. Deep case analysis reveals overwhelming evidence against the defendant, including gunshot residue and clear motive from infidelity. As team members share personal news about engagement plans, attention focuses on trial strategy and clients' emotional testimony about wife's betrayal. Determination builds to pursue vindication through courtroom victory. Investigation reveals the sudden death of an attorney whose cases now require immediate attention. As media attention intensifies with news organizations calling constantly, legal personnel scramble through disorganized files while managing urgent court deadlines and assessing inherited clients. Questions surface about trial readiness and case preparation details. Court proceedings advance as counsel prepares for upcoming appearances requiring file review. Meanwhile, organizational chaos compounds when financial records reveal irregularities and surveillance concerns emerge about potential threats linked to the predecessor's murder. Authorities connect the killing to case-related motives rather than random violence. Concerns deepen as evidence gathering continues and witness lists remain incomplete. As relationships strain under mounting pressure, legal teams confront the stakes of high-profile representation where victory determines reputation, while casino connections to the deceased emerge during murder investigation discussions. Former associates express anger about past interactions. Personal dynamics complicate professional obligations when family arrangements intersect with demanding trial preparation. As parent-child interactions reveal trust issues and protective instincts, courtroom negotiations proceed with evidence presentation proposals, while defense counsel manages client expectations. Relationships between former spouses remain strained despite shared parenting. Discovery unfolds when printer memory reveals the deceased attorney planned to request a trial delay. When courtroom proceedings expose counsel's absence from legal practice, contentious exchanges erupt about qualifications and confidentiality before the client prioritizes swift resolution over continuance. Interviews with the deceased's partner confirm he possessed undisclosed case evidence. A defense attorney returns to practice while navigating complex legal cases and personal relationships. Colleagues reconnect over memories of a fallen friend, while courtroom battles demand strategic thinking and quick decisions. Professional obligations collide with mounting pressures from multiple directions. Investigation proceeds as evidence surfaces from multiple sources requiring careful examination and documentation. Security footage reveals unexpected connections, while theories about missing briefcases prompt discussions about strategic advantages. Preparation intensifies for an upcoming murder trial with high stakes. Legal strategies develop as client medication issues require immediate cease and desist orders while new information emerges. Yoga instructor's private journal reveals coded client relationships and financial arrangements that demand further scrutiny. Conversations at memorial gatherings expose hidden tensions about inherited practices. Memorial attendance brings unexpected encounters while discussions shift toward incarcerated clients and ethical boundaries. Preparation sessions reveal credibility concerns as contradictions emerge between stated alibis and physical evidence findings. Strategic planning addresses prosecution's circumstantial case and potential witness testimony. Crime scene walkthrough reconstructs events as client recounts discovering victims and calling emergency services. Security system details raise questions about disabled cameras, while admissions about marital infidelity complicate defense strategy. Late-night investigation uncovers potential connections demanding immediate protective response. Tensions escalate when a professional hitman targets the attorney over suspected knowledge about a murder investigation. Security measures intensify as protection details coordinate efforts to safeguard the vulnerable lawyer from lethal threats. Urgent cooperation proposals emerge despite mounting risks. Courtroom proceedings reveal embezzlement allegations as defense counsel manages escalating client conflicts and financial disputes. Confrontations unfold when legal boundaries get tested, while mounting pressures threaten professional relationships and case integrity. Prison visits yield hostile rejections. Covert meetings get arranged while surveillance concerns threaten investigative operations and witness protection protocols face scrutiny. Technical countermeasures reveal electronic monitoring devices planted strategically to intercept confidential communications. Coordinated responses address compromised security. Family obligations intersect with professional demands as legal strategies develop around military backgrounds and wrongful prosecution theories. Investigative breakthroughs connect financial transactions to mysterious deaths, while witness credibility assessments determine case viability. Truth verification becomes paramount. Business pressures mount as trial preparations accelerate despite personal anxieties and family concerns about dangerous case developments. Confrontations erupt when surveillance operations go sideways, resulting in armed arrests and interrogations. Emotional tolls deepen throughout. Jury selection strategies unfold as legal teams debate whether to hire consultants for the upcoming trial. Discussions reveal class tensions, while poker games demonstrate reading people's true intentions despite surface appearances. Investigation uncovers alternative suspects, including security operators with violent histories and restraining order filings. Confrontations erupt when past obligations resurface while searches for missing witnesses hit dead ends at motels. As jury orientation begins, explanations reveal how random selection creates diverse pools from voter registration rolls. Strategic assessments identify which potential jurors hold law enforcement biases that could sway verdicts. Jury questioning begins as attorneys probe potential biases about law enforcement while strategically using challenges to eliminate unfavorable candidates. Tactical discussions reveal how to expose hidden prejudices through careful interrogation about past experiences with police corruption. Final selections narrow down to decisive moments. Questioning continues as attorneys probe connections to real estate while testing a frustrated writer's reactions during breaks. Meanwhile, searches for missing associates intensify when social media posts reveal recent activities at familiar locations. Strategic decisions mount as both sides prepare final challenges. Final jury challenges unfold as intimidation allegations surface when investigators approach pregnant witnesses about bank accounts. Confrontations escalate outside courtrooms, while personal conversations reveal past relationships and ongoing case pressures. Missing money trails lead investigators through marinas searching for hidden financial evidence. Legal proceedings unfold as a defense attorney tackles a challenging wrongful conviction case requiring careful strategy. The complexity intensifies when questions surface about missing funds and potential judicial compromise that could impact the trial's integrity. Ethical boundaries test professional resolve and family relationships. Investigations reveal connections through phone records while examining a victim's past relationships and professional networks. Courtroom appearances proceed as judges monitor attorney conduct and sobriety compliance following previous rehabilitation concerns. Research uncovers business connections that could reshape defense strategies. Prison visits reignite commitments to overturn wrongful convictions when new evidence emerges about witness locations and testimony. Meanwhile, venue scouting for events provides cover for investigating restaurant ownership and financial arrangements that connect to ongoing cases. Witness cooperation discussions advance as protection arrangements take shape. Political fundraisers create opportunities for professional networking, while past relationships complicate current legal collaborations and personal boundaries. Discoveries about missing payments lead to legitimate business explanations, rather than suspected corruption, as mortgage records reveal family trust ownership. Negotiations continue over witness relocation terms and resource allocation. Teaching moments about justice systems unfold through city tours, explaining institutional power dynamics and underdog representation philosophy. Urgent confrontations expose conspiracy involving bribed jurors and dangerous foreign investors threatening anyone who interferes with billion-dollar acquisitions. Truth emerges about murders tied to business interests. Legal pressure builds when investigations into jury irregularities uncover troubling connections demanding immediate attention. While confidential consultations reveal ethical dilemmas about reporting obligations versus client protection, questions surface about whether privileged information creates impossible choices. Courtroom proceedings begin with opening statements framing opposing narratives. Trial testimony proceeds as witnesses recount crime scene procedures and defendant cooperation during initial police contact. Cross-examination exposes procedural questions about handcuffing practices, emotional assessments by inexperienced officers, and premature judgments. Defense challenges reliability of observations made during 2-minute encounters. Strategic discussions evaluate jury reception, while separate investigations advance witness interviews about violent incidents and immigration concerns. Recording sessions capture testimony linking suspects to suspicious disappearances, coinciding with legal consultations. Cross-examination reveals timeline inconsistencies and omissions in defendant statements. Court proceedings recess following challenges to investigative thoroughness regarding alternative suspects and violent encounters involving other parties. Personal conversations address family pressures, ethical boundaries in representation, and educational aspirations amid professional demands. Background investigations reveal concerning criminal histories and international connections. Surveillance operations identify locations connected to suspicious activities while uncovering relationships between jurors and organized interests. Judge receives anonymous notice about juror identity discrepancies, prompting verification that confirms imposter serving on panel. Emergency chambers conference addresses jury tampering revelation threatening trial integrity. Courtroom tensions escalate as trial proceedings continue, with strategic maneuvers unfolding between prosecution and defense. Questions surface about witness credibility, while investigative leads emerge through unconventional channels involving connections to organized networks. Legal teams clash over evidence presentation as case complexities deepen. Forensic evidence examination begins as technical testimony reveals critical details about gunshot residue testing procedures. Cross-examination exposes potential issues with lab work, while investigative efforts pursue leads connecting to past cases. Pressure mounts as defense challenges prosecution's scientific claims through methodical questioning. Case investigation intensifies through late-night research as breakthrough revelations emerge about overlooked connections in the evidence. Personal conversations reveal investigative philosophy about persistence, while witness preparation advances with videographer testimony. Strategic courtroom maneuvers unfold as defense introduces unexpected evidence linking separate incidents. Mechanical maintenance records surface as defense establishes crucial timeline connecting two separate law enforcement incidents through vehicle identification. Expert testimony begins addressing gunshot residue transference theory, while courtroom dynamics shift dramatically. Scientific analysis challenges prosecution's foundational evidence through detailed ballistics examination. Third-party suspect testimony reveals international security background as defense introduces alternative theory about victims' murder through relationship conflicts. Confrontational cross-examination exposes restraining order history, while video evidence demonstrates threatening behavior patterns. Investigation continues as connections between multiple cases become clearer through strategic witness examinations. Recovery continues after an overnight incident involving substance struggles and mounting professional pressure. As trial preparations intensify, tensions build between defending difficult clients and maintaining personal boundaries. Strategic discussions about dangerous cases raise concerns about safety. Plea negotiations unfold without enthusiasm before courtroom proceedings commence with defendant testimony. While recounting the video game company's success story and marriage backstory, revelations emerge about infidelity complicating the narrative. Cross-examination exposes inconsistencies regarding spontaneous trips and deleted calendar appointments. Prosecution challenges firearm testimony by introducing video game evidence showing detailed weapon knowledge despite denials. As legal arguments conclude, covert operations begin with discussions about witness cooperation and wire-wearing proposals. Closing statements commence with prosecutors arguing premeditated murder, while defense counters with mathematical impossibilities. Defense arguments focus on timeline contradictions and missing murder weapon while questioning investigative oversights. Meanwhile, parallel operations track corporate records revealing potential motives involving terminated employees and hidden resentments. Jury deliberations begin as verdict approaches. Undercover operation unfolds as wire-wearing witness confronts dangerous suspect seeking confession about contracted killing. When suspicions arise about betrayal, confrontation escalates into violent threats before law enforcement intervenes. Arrest concludes dangerous sting operation. Confrontation erupts when a dangerous situation forces urgent decisions about safety and next steps. As tensions rise with threats emerging from unknown sources, investigations reveal someone's targeting the legal team with lethal intent. Questions surface about connections and motives. Investigation continues as the team searches for connections between suspects and past crimes. While reviewing records and criminal histories, discussions reveal a vice cop named Perez has targeted operations with serious accusations. Pressure mounts to secure evidence. Personal moments unfold as family time provides brief respite from the mounting legal battles ahead. Meanwhile, a prison visit surfaces crucial testimony about a knife attack, including details about the weapon and distinctive tattoos. Court proceedings expose lies with surveillance footage. Courtroom victories bring consequences as the judge warns against future perjury from law enforcement. As relationships fracture over conflicting duties between defense work and prosecution goals, difficult conversations expose the personal cost of pursuing justice. Family discussions about right and wrong follow. Case dismissal arrives as prosecution drops all charges without apology, freeing the wrongfully accused client. While celebrating victories and processing recent accomplishments, confrontation reveals the conspiracy behind Jerry's murder involving judicial corruption and hired killers. Reflection follows about lessons learned.